Hello, this is the first YouTube video I've done where I'm actually going to make some comments. I'm doing it on the BMW M140i that I've owned now for 2 months. Never has been my first choice, the 1 Series. I didn't like it when it came out in 2005. Prior to this I had a 218i Coupe, which I loved, but obviously it was a little bit slow. I used to ride in sports bikes, R1s tuned, so yeah, that was kind of a bit of a letdown, and I didn't have any bikes left, sold them all. I went into BMW main dealer to ask about fuel economy because I was thinking of upgrading to a 230i 240 possibly. They had a VIP day on, and I ended up buying this 5 Series 140i, and the shape, which I didn't like, has grown on me. I absolutely love it. It's a perfect hot hatch. It's a Shadow Edition. It's got all the bits and pieces on it. It's got massive brakes, which are all dirty, but you know, it's got plenty of stopping power. Privacy glass because of the shadow. It's got the professional sat nav. You've got the shift paddles, cruise control, heated leather seats. I mean, everybody's done this on the previous videos. That's not what I'm hoping mine's not about. Harman Kardon stereo system. Before I bought it and just after buying it, I was looking at what people were doing with these cars, and the main one seemed to be the exhaust valve staying open, or rather trying to get it to stay open. And I saw people disconnecting the electrical connector. I don't know if you can see it in there. Disconnect the electrical connector. Then I saw someone open the valve up and then remove the fuse for more pops and bangs and a bit more noise. I did try this, but then I couldn't really see the point of it because the valve stays open anyway. And when you park up, or when you're running after it's warmed up, the valve doesn't close. It's not like the 135i. And yeah, I just couldn't see the point to it. And actually, so I put it all back as it was. And a couple of days later, the actual actuator on the valve went. So yeah, it was a complete waste of time, and it had to go into BMW and have that replaced. So that was one thing I'm going to say isn't worth doing. It's not worth messing about with. What I'm going to do to try and get the noise up on the exhaust a little bit, rather than buy an MPE back box, I'm going to have the resonator removed. I'm having that done next week. See how that goes. Hopefully it'll give. I don't want loads of noise. I don't want loads of pops and bangs, like sounding like a machine gun. I still want to keep the car as a wolf in sheep's clothing. So yeah, hopefully removing the resonator does that. If not, then I'd look at getting the MPE back box. The only modification I've done to it at the minute is to modify the airbox. I spoke to a tuning company, Revo, that are close by. They said not to bother with anything really. The car's good enough as it is. I like playing with things, always play with the bikes, tune the bikes, so rather than go for the cone filter, I've kept it fairly standard. I modified the airbox, so it's got the airbox lid with the cone filter inside it. They reported 8 to 12 brake horsepower gain. I had done it previously when I got the car before the airbox, where I did it on the where you can see the power and torque, and it was showing 340 horsepower, which I thought was pretty good. It was as BMW stated. Changed the air filter box, well, not the box, the lid, and put the cone in, and it immediately showed 350 horsepower, which I was well impressed with. The next thing that I want to do straight after that is I'm going to get it mapped. That should see 440 horsepower, approximately 640 newton meters of torque, which is quite impressive. I mean, it pulls like a train now, so it's going to be, well, you've seen videos by Noor, it's going to be pretty much like that, although I think he's had an upgrade on that now. He's running like 700 Newton meters, which just sounds crazy. The one thing I would say, if you was going to, obviously a lot of people tuning these cars because it's so easy, not so much the tuning boxes, but where you can have a tuning device like I used to do on the bikes. If you've got one of those, and I've seen the videos on YouTube, that I wouldn't just download a map off the internet, because you do not know what that map is. I know back in the bike days that people say, oh yeah, put this map in, it's absolutely amazing, but they thought that throwing loads of fuel at it meant more power. It doesn't. It just means it's going to blow your engine up. So that's one thing, that's one recommendation from me, is to just go on the rolling road, or know that the map you're putting in it has been done on the rolling road. I haven't mentioned it, but I was going to have the resonator, I have mentioned it, I have the resonator removed, just to get the sound up. I think that's about it, really. I love driving the car. It's a fantastic car to drive. Always puts a smile on your face. Miles per gallon, I was worried about, thinking it was going to drink the petrol. I can get 30 to the gallon going around town if I behave, and I got 35 on a run on the motorway, so I thought that was brilliant. I mean, it's just an amazing car, and the good thing is that this is the end of an era, because the new M135, I don't know why they called it that again, but they did, is 2 litre front wheel drive, so this is going to become, hopefully, a bit of a collector's item. So yeah, I'm really pleased with it. If you're after a performance hatchback, thoroughly recommend the 140i. It's an amazing bit of kit. Bit skittish sometimes under power going into a bend, but I think, you know, it just adds to the fun. Apart from that, it's just an amazing car. So yeah, if you're thinking of getting one of these, BMW, we've got some deals on at the moment, then I thoroughly recommend it. I hope some of this has been of interest, and I'll post some more when I've got the remap done. Thanks for watching.